Good morning, Scott here, known as Cantaloupe to some online, and I'm bringing another video to you on a subject that's interesting to me. It might be of interest to you or someone you know. And I want to do a reaction to a video I just watched, which I will link in the description below, where a DoorDash woman, DoorDash girl, she became famous, internet famous, I guess, had an incident where she delivered her DoorDash to a man's house who was apparently unclothed in plain view in his living room with the light on. You can see a short snippet of the video in the video below. And she got upset about it. So I want to explore this just really quickly. There's a few angles to look at this from, and I think that people have kind of already reached a consensus, but I want to go over it myself. So here's the thing. She's not required to look in the door, and I'm pretty sure, almost 100% sure, that her employer, DoorDash, has been clear about the instructions that if there's anything out of the ordinary at any particular residence, she's not required to stay there. She's not required to snoop around or look in windows or doors. She's expected to deliver the delivery and leave. And if she can't hand it to the person, she can leave it on the doorstep. I'm sure that that's an option. So or she can return it, whatever their policy is. She's definitely not required to stand there and look in the door. I can imagine that her delicate sensibilities were upset. She's not used to seeing naked people, apparently. Poor girl, I'm sorry, but geez, people are naked under their clothes, every single one of us, including her, actually. And it's unfortunate that people are so entitled nowadays that they will disregard the homes and actual residences, the boundaries of other people, with the presumption that they are superior, that they are, they have every right to be there, and the people will just do what they say. And if you ask me, this problem, it is a problem. The entitlement is a problem. Boils down to something I've mentioned in my past videos, where we are all walking around with an army in our pocket now, each one of us. You've got that army on speed dial, and you dial those 3 numbers and the gun shows up. And what this does, the effect this has on our culture, is everyone is empowered and entitled with that authority behind them. Some kind of army where, whether it's deserved or makes sense, any kind of logical sense, they are just going to walk around as a king with an army behind them and demand everything that they want. That's the effect it has. And you see this every day. So this woman, God bless her, she's trying to make ends meet, or whatever her story is. It's not my business, really, but she's delivering her DoorDash, trying to earn a living. And I understand her feeling that she was, made to give a sexual gratification to somebody against her will. I understand that objection, but again, she was not required to look in the door. And maybe take it as a learning experience. Next time you walk up to any doorstep, there's a risk. Okay, you're getting on people's property, first of all, and you're not guaranteed safety. There's no way to guarantee safety. Safety cannot be guaranteed. So let's start with that. You're going to take a risk just by doing your job. In this case, you go up to a doorstep and you don't know necessarily what you're going to find. So, live and learn, right? Maybe don't look in the doorway. If it's not something you want to see, don't be looking in the door. You don't have to. You literally don't have to. So, whatever that man's doing in his living room, maybe he has a complaint at this point. So how far do you want to press this? Come on now, like she said in her video. So last thing I'll say is there's some confusion also. Besides everything I just said, there's confusion about the need to earn a living in this part of the world, the need to pay bills, that women especially believe that they will be raped and abused if they do not make a living themselves, if they are not independently financially stable, that they will be abused by men. And that is the attitude that I see everywhere right now. Women have to get through school. They have to get through college. They have to get a career. And at which point they decide to reproduce, it will be on their terms, and they will remain financially independent the entire time. That's the new attitude. This has not always been the attitude. And because it's a new attitude, there's going to be some surprises. There's going to be some trade-offs, such as, what if one of the basic logical arguments behind this thing isn't true? What if you don't actually have to pay those bills? Okay, now that's going to sound strange. The person making this video right now hasn't paid bills in 3 years, as an example. What if also you are entitled subsidies? That's another way to look at it. I'm just saying there are opportunities to make ends meet without having to be on some man's doorstep. And if you think that there aren't, you're confused. So whichever way you look at this, God bless you, princess. I hope things work out. Maybe remember that men have penises, and when you're on a man's doorstep, you're liable to see one. Just saying. Reach out with questions or comments to whitehotrobot@gmail.com. Thank you.